Hi, I'm Lenore Khoubesserian, also known as Lenore the Medicare Authority. I've been helping people figure out their benefits since 1987. I started my career working as a benefits administrator for a small manufacturing company on Long Island, New York, back when they did everything the old fashioned way with paper, pen, and no computers. A lot has changed since 1987, but two things have remained constant. Benefits are confusing and they just keep going up in cost every year. Ironically, most people never go into the field they study in school, but I did. I'm a proud graduate of Binghamton University. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in human resources. I also have an MBA from Dowling College, and I have worked as an adjunct business professor. Like most people, when they graduate from college, I started at the bottom of the barrel. I started answering phones in the HR department, and I worked my way up handling employee benefits to finally running my own HR department and eventually overseeing human resources for entire organizations. I worked for Fortune 500 companies like Coca-Cola, Kraft Foods, Entenmann's, Gray Bar Electric, as well as smaller mom and pop companies. In 2009, I made the daring leap to leave the security of the corporate world, and I started my own business helping the residents of New Jersey make the transition from private health care to Medicare. Currently, we have thousands of clients all over the country, but I started in New Jersey. The transition to Medicare was actually very natural to me. I've been helping people for years understand insurance, including my own father-in-law. I helped him enroll in Medicare and choose a Medicare plan. You see, enrolling in Medicare is scary for most people, and trying to navigate the different employer plans and the unknown world of Medicare can be confusing. So even after knowing me for years and listening to endless stories from the benefits world, my father-in-law was nervous about making the transition to Medicare. He had worked for 30 years in a plastic bag manufacturing factory, and he was pretty happy with his health insurance. We never thought much of it, and we didn't think Medicare would be different. Due to his medical condition, he was eligible for Medicare well before any of his friends were. He didn't know anyone else who had been through the process, and he asked me to help him. So I guided him to the best options, and we didn't think much of it until one fateful night about 15 years later. Andy, that's my father-in-law, he was living alone about 100 miles away from us, and we never thought much about the distance until the night we learned that he fell and broke his foot, and he spent weeks crawling around on his hands and knees, unable to walk. He developed an infection. He was delirious, disoriented. We brought him to the hospital. He was there for about 3 weeks and then moved to a nursing home for 2 months. He went to the nursing home for rehab. It was while he was in the nursing home that we realized how different my father-in-law Andy's experience was. While Andy was in the nursing home, we met many of the families of people recovering, and we talked to them about the treatment and the cost. One patient in particular, his name was Mark. He was recovering from a broken leg and some back issues after a car accident. He just wasn't as lucky as my father-in-law. Unlike my father-in-law, who could choose any doctor or medical professional he wanted, Mark had a medical plan that required him to use in-network doctors and physical therapists. Although the rehab facility that he was in network, the physical therapy group was not and didn't accept Mark's insurance. It took his family countless phone calls to work on getting Mark's physical therapy set up. He also had to pay out of pocket for part of his stay in the nursing home, costing him thousands of dollars. My father-in-law, on the other hand, he was able to see any doctor he wanted. He had no problems getting approval for the physical therapy he needed, and he recovered more quickly, allowing him to come home faster. Outside of his monthly Medicare Part B premium and his Medicare supplement plan, which was around $150 a month, my father-in-law did not pay a dime out of his pocket for any of his medical treatment, and we brought him to the very best doctors in 3 different states. It was a relief not to have to worry about the cost and getting the best care for my father-in-law Andy and finally bringing him home. all those years of working in the world of HR and benefits paid off big. And that solidified my decision, really, to work in the world of Medicare. Now I get to help people every day, just like you, understand Medicare. So if you're ready to get rid of your Medicare worries once and for all, give us a call at 844-633-5239. You can also click on the link below to chat with us. My calendar link is calendly.com/Lenore Khoube. Thanks and have a great day.